So, Oasis are back. On the 27th of August 2024, Oasis finally announced after 15 long years they're reuniting. 15 years of the Gallagher brothers squabbling with each other, doing their own solo careers with varying success, and rejecting the idea of a reunion until Liam really sold it with his Definitely Maybe solo tour he did last year. Fans were mad for it. People were picturing themselves singing along to Acquiesce, guessing what song they're going to open with. Younger fans could finally watch Oasis after all these years, whereas the older fans were wondering whether or not they could stand for longer than 10 minutes. But the big issue of the reunion wasn't if Noel and Liam would get on with each other and not fight each other on stage. It was about how much the tickets would be. And it turned out it was quite a lot, wasn't it? In fact, it was a lot more than we all anticipated.
I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left.
So let's go down memory lane and remember why Oasis tickets were so expensive and why actually people couldn't care less. And you know what? Is he actually worth the ticket prices we paid? We'll find out in a moment. So Ticketmaster were the main seller for these tickets for the reunion tour. Oasis put out a pre-sale for fans for August 30th, which the tickets sold out within 30 minutes. Shortly after, the tickets are available were then posted on third-party sites and reselling sites for several £1,000s. One ticket was being sold for £6,000. It was getting mental already and it hadn't even been the general sale yet. So after the pre-sale, Oasis came out and said, what the hell are you guys playing out? Bloody hell, stop reselling the tickets at the scene price. The term foreshadowing comes to mind. So then a few days later, the big day came, the general sale. Fans were logging on early to get into the queue for the main queue. Multiple devices were set up. Oasis playlist were on. It was time for battle. I'm a bigger Oasis fan than you. What's your favourite track over Be Here Now? If you think Wonderwall's the best Oasis song, well, you can get to fuck. The demand for tickets for the reunion tour was so big in UK that sites crashed, people got booted out the queue, and the tickets they had in their basket ready to be purchased suddenly disappeared. A bit like Greg Wallace's career. Lucky fans were able to get onto the screen to buy tickets, but then suddenly asked to pay as much as £330 per ticket, which is around about £200 more than had been advertised before.
Is anyone else just like stuck at this page and has been like here 9 minutes straight? Why is it tempting me? Telling me there is tickets and then let me down the last hurdle.
This is the prices of the tickets. They have gone ridiculously up.
What are you doing, Ticketmaster? These tickets were £150, but now because there's a couple left, look at this one, it's sitting in the sticks. £489. They've transformed that seat into a platinum fucking seat.
What the hell's going on? Well, I'll tell you. So Ticketmaster used this slimy trick of dynamic pricing. If you try to buy tickets for any gig using Ticketmaster, you'll know fully well how bad it is, but I'm just going to give you the brief rundown of how bad it is. Essentially, Ticketmaster tweaks the price of tickets based on demand and increases the price to customers if it's busy. Now, Ticketmaster says this is in place to stop ticket outs from hoovering up all the tickets for popular concerts to then sell for an obscene price on third-party sites. This also in turn ensures that the artist gets more money. Yet the problem of this method sees Ticketmaster and the artists themselves become the touts, and then fans being priced out of concerts. Plus, this approach of doubling, tripling the ticket price has forced resale sites to sell the tickets at a similar price than other sites, and therefore inflates the price of that ticket. It's all supply and demand, where everything has a price that consumers are willing to pay, of course. And people weren't happy with the prices, the waiting, and just the general experience. It was possibly the most frustrating experience that many people are going to experience, just trying to see a band they like. I managed to get tickets for £215 for the upper tier at Wembley on July 26th for Oasis, and that took me about 3-4 hours just to get. I only went for that ticket higher up because standing was pretty much gone, and I thought, well, it's going to be slightly restricted view from how I understood it, but I thought, you know what, sod it. I've waited so long for an Oasis reunion and actually seeing them in person, so I thought at that screen, I will actually buy the tickets. Then I've got them. And if they're shit, fair enough. But, you know, at least I can say I've seen Oasis. And that was the experience that many people had when they were trying to buy tickets to Oasis. They got to the end screen, saw that the ticket price was more than they expected, and they felt like, oh, actually, maybe we, you know, after all the waiting, I should actually buy this tickets. And I don't want to really disappoint anyone, or, you know, my struggling relationship could falter if I don't get these tickets, and this might save it. I guess people shouldn't look back in anger. Oh, come on, it was an open goal. And the anger about the ticket prices was felt for a long time. I mean, effigies of Noel and Liam Gallagher even burning. I mean, maybe it's because they like Blur and Pulp more. And to be fair, their latest albums are all both really good. So after this fiasco about ticket prices, availability and all that, Oasis themselves were forced to step out and then criticise Ticketmaster. So Oasis admitted to agreeing to dynamic pricing, but they were disappointed that their agreement failed to meet expectations. So what does that mean, guys? So you said to Ticketmaster, you can charge whatever, but bloody hell, not that much. The situation about these tickets was so bad that even the European Commission got involved and said they would be investigating dynamic pricing. In March this year, the Competition and Markets Authority announced that Ticketmaster had misled Oasis fans with its ticket sales. No way. Yes way. So the CMA found that customers were not given clear and timely information about the pricing of standing tickets would work, particularly where many customers had to wait in lengthy queues just to see what tickets were available. They found that Ticketmaster labelled some seated tickets as platinum and then sold them for nearly 2.5 times the price of standard equivalent tickets. They also found that there was two categories of standard tickets, so that meant that one group of fans paid more than the other group of fans. Not quite fair, is it? In early July, the CMA also threatened legal action against Ticketmaster over the way it sold more than 900,000 tickets for the reunion shows and said they broke consumer laws. In the investigation, they said, having carefully considered Ticketmaster's response, the CMA's view is that there is a fundamental disagreement about whether Ticketmaster's practices infringed consumer law. Ticketmaster has declined to provide undertakings in the terms sought by the CMA or indicate whether there is a form of undertakings which it would be prepared to offer. So basically, the CMA asked Ticketmaster not to do this again, and then Ticketmaster's not given them the reassurances that they wouldn't do it again. So, tricky one. Trusting Ticketmaster not to do anything stupid with dynamic pricing or their ticket prices is like trusting Donald Trump not to say something stupid again. Around this as well, there have also been fans who've been scammed by people online who've claimed to have Oasis tickets, exchanged money and then run away with the money. Now, in some cases as well, people have been arrested and investigated over this, so as they should, the cheeky so-and-sos. Don't do it. Honestly, if you're a ticket tout who claims to have tickets for big events and then scamming people out of their money, you are really the lowest of low, and I hope you go to hell. Which actually reminds me, I almost got scammed trying to get Coldplay tickets for my wife. Someone approached me on Twitter saying they had 2 tickets for Coldplay. They showed me their Ticketmaster app, which showed their tickets. But thankfully, I was able to download that video, send it to a friend who got Coldplay tickets through Ticketmaster. And I said to him, is this real? Because I'm not so sure. And my mate said, no, that's not real. So don't go for his tickets. And thankfully I blocked that person, and my mate George basically saved me from getting scammed out of 200 quid. So be wise to scammers. Anyway, so enough rambling, because you get my point. Oasis tickets were expensive thanks to Ticketmaster driving up the price, and then these third-party sites capitalising the hunger for tickets and then just maintaining that price or even increasing it further. So you're probably thinking, after all this, has it all been worth it so far? Has the high ticket prices been worth it to go and watch Oasis? Well, I guess so, because no one has actually mentioned the ticket prices at all when talking about these shows. In fact, people have been praising the shows as if they were relieved that Oasis, they thought they were going to be shit and they were going to fight on stage and Liam's voice had gone. When in fact, the brothers are back together, they're holding hands on stage. Liam Gallagher's voice has made a greater comeback than Lewis Hamilton's hairline. And yeah, Oasis just generally, they sound amazing at the moment, honestly. I mean, that's, if anything, that's actually driven the demand more to get Oasis tickets. It's almost as if like fans waited for the first few reunion shows, tried to see where they were before then trying to get tickets themselves. I mean, it's worked, hasn't it? So I thought, given the success of my other Oasis video about their saddest gig, I thought it would probably be best if I were to go out and assess the price of watching Oasis. How much was it for travel? How much was it for tickets? How much was it for accommodation? And all the other stuff. Is there any cheap tat I can get? What's the price of merchandise? Can I get a better bucket hat than this £7 one I got in the Lake District? Who knows? Anyway, I thought I'd do some consumer journalism and actually, you know, put the journo in journo mode. Let's talk about the 2 tickets I got for Oasis now. So I've got 2 seated tickets for the upper tier in block 550, which is quite high up in Wembley, which, to be fair, I've been to Wembley a few times for football and other things, and I've always found that even if you go higher up in the cheap seats, you still get a good view and you can see anything. Plus, I've got glasses, so I can definitely see anything. Wait, the whole thing was £215.35, which included the 2 seats, which together were £203.50, and then on top of that was the booking fee of £11.75 per ticket. Then the fee charged by the venue was £2.75. Now, because I thought Oasis might split up or something might happen to me, you know, act of God and all that, I put refund protection on there, which was £9.10. I think if any live event you go to, if it's a big concert or whatever, just get ticket protection, because it means that if you can't suddenly go to a gig, you can claim that money back instantly. It's just so useful. Question to you guys, what's the most you've paid for a gig and was it actually worth it? So for me, before shelling all that money out for Oasis, it was actually going to see 9 Inch Nails at the Eden Project in 2022. So it was about £65 per person, you know, and then all the booking fees on top. But it was a price I was happy to pay to go to quite a cool attraction. I've been there many times, but it was the first time I was going to go there for a gig. And not only did I get to see one of my favourite bands perform live again, I absolutely love 9 Inch Nails. It was at an open air gig. It was absolutely phenomenal, visually brilliant, and atmosphere absolutely tipped it down. But if anything, added to the atmosphere, the allure, the great atmosphere of that gig. And it's honestly one of the best concerts I've been to at such a tiny venue. It was so amazing. And, you know, it was worth the price alone just to see 9 Inch Nails. And that's not even to say that it was great support acts as well. They were brilliant as well. And plus the gig even spawned an iconic Trent Reznor moment. So throughout this video, I'm going to talk about the price of the travel, the price of the hotel, getting to Wembley, any consumer tips I can give you as well. Might put my Martin Lewis hat on. And of course, the ticket itself. You know, was the view great? Did I have a good time? Well, you're about to find out. So take it away, me. I'm taking the train to London today because we've got 2 nights accommodation in Bridge, and plus my head office is in London anyway, so I thought I might as well just travel the day before. The plan was going to drive up on the Friday, but plans have changed. So the cost of this train ticket as well for a single for where I live was about 30 quid. Would have been much cheaper had I booked it way in advance, and that was with a rail card and using TrainPal, which is today's sponsor. No, it's not actually. I'm not actually sponsored by anyone, but if TrainPal does want to sponsor me, or if anyone else wants to sponsor me, email me. Well, the cost of the fuel journey anyway, and it was about £16 one way to Uxbridge, where the accommodation is. So it would be £32 for a round trip. That's not also included in the trips to Wembley on the tube, but that's still going to be cheaper than actually getting the train to London, to Uxbridge and all that, because trains in this country are expensive. But you can't lie that a train journey and through the countryside and being able to work on your laptop, just watch stuff on your iPad or your phone, is actually a more relaxing way of actually getting into London. There's no way I'm driving into central London. Okay, after nearly 3 hours on the train, I'm finally in London Waterloo. Time to get the tube. Right, so I'm in the accommodation in Uxbridge. Paid for 2 nights here for 160 quid. Now you're probably asking at home, why we're in Uxbridge? Why are we staying here? 2 reasons. One is the fact that we go to Wembley for football events and whatever. Uxbridge is a good place to stay because you get a direct tube there to Wembley. It's 45 minutes roughly on the tube, straight tube. It's pretty good. So that's one thing, and yeah, it's pretty decent. The second thing is, do you remember that period between when Oasis announced that they were going to reunite and then the time that they actually put the tickets on sale? Now, around that time, in between, there was a period where, about a week or so, where a load of hotels around Wembley and around London suddenly made their hotels unavailable, or they were fixing the prices, they were going up and down, whatever, and it was so difficult to find any hotels in the area because these hotels were trying to profit off the fact that there'd be a massive scramble to get not only Oasis tickets but also accommodation for Oasis before they got Oasis tickets. Now, obviously, a lot of hotel firms denied this, but it definitely happened. So Uxbridge felt like a safe bet, and it's always something that we thought, well, we can always cancel unless we find something better, but we've just stayed with Uxbridge because we know Uxbridge. But yeah, so that's why we're here, and obviously it would be much easier if we were like 30 minutes in central London, but also we travelled, we've driven here as well, so I guess it makes it slightly easier to get in and out of London if we've got a car and it's worse on the outskirts. So yeah. So the plan really for tomorrow is we want to get there in around when doors open, so I think it's about 5. So we're going to be there for the SWAT acts, so look forward to that. And probably do stuff around Wembley tomorrow. Obviously there's some fan zone stuff and lots of merch, so we're going to have a look at the merch. Probably go to Box Park, because I know Box Park on Friday night they actually had a Oasis trigger acts in there, so that'll be heaving. And I do like Box Park. All the times I've been in there, it's always been a nice atmosphere. I'm very, very excited. Very, very excited. I am tired. Very tired. I look like someone who's been up since 5 o'clock. He's had to travel across the southwest to get to work, and then work a full day, and then get on the tube, and then get a bus. Eventually got me to the accommodation. But yeah, I'm still buzzing. Ask me about it tomorrow. Yeah. I'm just really excited for tomorrow. I mean, it doesn't seem like I'm excited for my monotone voice, but it's only because I'm tired. But I'm actually really buzzing. I've been looking forward to Oasis, not just last 16 years, but it's really hit me this week that Oasis are back, and I'm actually going to see them. And I'm someone who loves live music, and I love any opportunity to see any of my favourite bands, I would go watch them. So yeah, fingers crossed they're good tomorrow. Wings and bites and sides. I'm spotting KSI unfortunately, but this will be nice, hopefully. Top quality merchandise. Ooh, good food. 40 quid for a t-shirt, 70 quid for a hoodie. Bug hat, 35. That's a huge queue to get merch.
The fan zone on the East Concourse is the perfect place to soak up the free RPM. You can enjoy a drink.
Oh, queues bending all the way around the corner, wow. This is the route into Wembley Stadium, and it's quite a nice lively atmosphere. I think people are like merry, maybe a bit tipsy, maybe a bit drunk, but yeah, they're having fun. Just nice atmosphere. I couldn't film so much in Box Park because I'll get a copyright claimed and I wouldn't be able to film or upload anything. So yeah, so we're aiming for yellow zone over there. Hell yeah, sold out. So we're section 550 and we're quite high up in the gods, but
That's alright.
it'll be good. You always get a good view of Wembley anyway, from what I find anyway, so that's good. On our way to the stadium, another Britpop icon was spotted. Jarvis Cocker of Pulp. He was spotted pretty quickly and a group of lads approached him for a photo. Spotted my opportunity, I flanked him on his left, asked for a pic, he agreed, and I got a photo that I'll remember forever. Cheers Jarvis, really appreciate it mate. I posted it on my Twitter and my Instagram story, and the photo went viral on social media, which I honestly didn't know about until Sunday morning. I'm used to my work being well read or watched by so many people, but it's a weird feeling seeing a personal moment of yours go viral. Still, at least the comments were nice. Well, more hassle than for a photo, but you know. At least like I said, I've met Jarvis Cocker awkwardly, which is I could die happy now, so yeah.
We're in Wembley.
Got the programme, 20 quid. Finally in, buzzing. It's 5 to 7, so we've got plenty of time. And yeah, we're excited. Let's go to our seats now. Oh my gosh. And here we are. It's always impressive how big Wembley is, but this is the section we're going to be in for a lovely bit of music tonight. The seats around me were full and I couldn't see many empty seats around the stadium. I was very content with my seating choice, even though there was a bloke in front of me who blocked my view of Richard Ashcroft. Getting that one there, number 15, about the Royal Tour poster, and which the plan is, I'm going to frame it and put in my office. There is a one for specifically for today, but I'm not going for it. There it is. That one, that'll be great, please, mate.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
There you go.
And now it's suddenly got very busy, literally just as I've turned around. I was only literally at the store for 3 minutes, but now I'm trying to see if I can get quickly get back to the city. Sorry, girls. That's all right, girls. And now I feel like Martin Brundle on the pit walk. I'm going for a pre-Oasis slash, or go to Lou and get something for the bar. I'm gonna see this guy and think, who's this prat filming now? And so, wait for Oasis now. Richard Ashcroft's finished. Everyone is literally just gone for a toilet or a bar. I'm staying here to the end of the set because if I can move now or move during the set, I'm not going to get to the toilet easy, or I'm going to miss the song I want to hear. But Oasis there, that's going to my office. Good view. That's all blocked off for reasons. I guess for soundproofing and safety probably. But yeah, we're ready. And I think this whole crowd's ready. Let's go to our content. So who can we see down here? Oh, that's not a really good water there. Look on the shade.
Murrayfield. Can you turn these people up here because they're going to want to sing this song at my age.
During the gig, there are many sweet moments. I was often looking around the stadium just amazed as it was happening and smiling at my wife as we took in this experience. I know it's not like we had an audience of the Pope, but it was pretty special to be with so many fans singing these special songs. I saw friends hug each other during songs, parents with children sing along to songs that they grew up on, or just people dancing to Oasis. This concert showed how much this reunion meant to people, and how mad this was actually happening, and how special it was. To many people, the idea of an Oasis reunion was probably put to bed. They never thought it was going to happen. 16 long years, and it's actually happened. In that space, many Oasis fans have had children, growing up their children with these songs, and they've always said to each other, you know, one day, if Oasis will ever reform, we'll be there together, son. And look at them, they finally are, and it's special.
Sorry, what was that? What was that? Fucking Arsenal fans. See that fucking man there? He's your fucking master. See he is. I'm fucking Arteta. So let's go, master.
We're two of a kind, we'll find a way, just do what we do. So let me be the one that shines with you, and we can slide away. Well, that was pretty good, wasn't it? I mean, Oasis were pretty decent. That was quite honestly like the best gig I've ever been to, and that's not me doing this for clicks. Overhyping it. It was generally like the best gig I've ever been to. I've not been to a gig with such an atmosphere that every song was being sung back at the band, and it was just phenomenal. I mean, just watching that and just taking it in. There were moments where I was stood there watching them play, you know, Bring It On Down, Fade Away or whatever. I was just stood there like, because I couldn't believe it was happening. 16 years we've waited for this moment, and Oasis aren't shit. They're getting better, arguably, every gig, and they just sound solid, and the whole crowd love them. It's probably this point that people have probably seen them multiple times, if they can afford it, of course. But yeah, that was probably like the best gig I've ever been to, and if you've not been to see Oasis yet on this tour, you're going to have an amazing experience. It's just phenomenal, and I'm so glad I went. It was worth the rush, it was worth the wait to get those tickets. So my only criticism is the fact that the set list for every one of these gigs are pretty much the same. Not that I'm complaining that that set list they play right now isn't a bad one. It's a phenomenal set list. I think any band that goes on stage with a set list of that quality, it shows quality of the whole back catalogue and how amazing that band is. And the fact that, you know, people can sort of sing back Fade Away, Bring It On Down, or you know, Little by Little, like these lesser songs, which would be great for another band, but for Oasis, they're just another hit. You know, obviously it's not as big as Cigarettes and Alcohol, Supersonic Rock and Roll Star, but, you know, there are moments where you think, hold on a second, why isn't there like a bit of rotation? So there should be like a pool of songs that Oasis like sort of pick from, and then they just put into their playlist just to rotate the songs, so there's not the same set list every night. So it's songs like you know, Stop Crying Your Heart Out, Lila, Chocolate Lightning, stuff like generally like 2000s Oasis, Go Let It Out, for example. Like those sort of songs, like they should just be rotated in, so it's not just the same songs every night. But it's not to say that they're still not great being performed live. It's just a minor criticism. I think a lot of Oasis fans have picked up on this. So yeah, hopefully they sort it out. So here to break down the cost of Oasis. So it's £215, 35p for tickets, £30 for the train, but £32 round trip by car calculated, but it's just call it £30 travel. 160 quid for accommodation for those 2 nights. Tube was about £19 and 30p. It was £20 for a programme, £20 for a poster. It was 9 quid for drinks at Box Park, and it was £14 and 47p for snacks at Box Park. So those last 2 things, I guess you count in the bill. I can't do the quick maths right now, but I'll pop up on the screen right now how much I actually spent on Oasis in total. So was it actually worth it? Was it actually spending £100 on Oasis to go see them live? Yeah, it was actually. I think it was worth it. I mean, it was more than I thought it would have to pay. I mean, travelling far to go watch a band, obviously accommodation, that ups the price. But you know what? It was a priceless experience. And you know what? I've been waiting to see Oasis for years now. I never thought they'll reunite. And to be in Wembley Stadium to watch a gig, but also taking this amazing shared experience was absolutely fantastic. And you know what? It was just worth it. I'll just say it was worth it. Not to the extent that I was willing to spend thousands of pounds on it, but to get that view, to enjoy this amazing moment. The seats weren't that bad. I could still see the stage occasionally. Well, obviously when that tall guy in front of me didn't just stand up in front of me, of course. But yeah, it was worth it. And you know what? I'll do it again. I'm actually trying to get tickets for Oasis in September. So hopefully I can go and get some more tickets, because I would love to see them again. Because who knows, they might split up again and I'll have to wait another 16 years to go watch Oasis. Hopefully not. Anyway, so that's the end of the video. So yay, Oasis, boo, Ticketmaster, then bad. So that's my thoughts on the video. If you liked this video, please drop me a like and drop me some positive comments in the comments below, because it really would help push this video on the algorithm, YouTube and all this and that. And of course, subscribe to the channel and offer your thoughts on Oasis. Did you go and see Oasis? Would you not want to go and watch Oasis? Do you want to see them but can't really afford it? Let me know in the comments below, and just let's create a bit of a conversation about this. Will be amazing. Now, I obviously don't do just Oasis stuff, I do journalism stuff as well. So on the screen right now will be some videos that you might be interested in. I hope you are interested in them. So please check one of them out. I've got a Patreon on the screen as well. So please check that out, support the channel and keep this thing going. Effectively the revenue from my previous Oasis video paid for me to go see Oasis. So who knows, this video might help me go watch another Oasis gig. Anyway, take care and hope to see you again here soon.